Okay, so we're looking at simplifying exponents or powers. So when you have two variables or two letters of the alphabet multiplied together, you're going to make a power. So a d times another d is going to be d squared, or d to the power of 2. I've got d times a d times another d times a d times a d. So I'm going to end up with d to the power of 5. If you have numbers involved, you multiply your numbers first. 3 times 4 is 12, times p times another p would be p squared times an e. So when the letters are next to each other, it means that they're multiplied. Remember, we don't use the multiplication sign. 5 times 2 is 10. I've got 1e and I've got e times e, so that's e to the power 3. I've got f times f times f times f, so that's f to the power of 4. So our general rule down here, if I have a letter to a power of m and another letter to the power of n and I'm multiplying them, then I can add the powers. You can see up here with the d's, I've got 2 d's multiplied by 3, d. Then I add those powers and I have to the power of 5. So have a go at simplifying these expressions and pause the video. The answers will be on the next page. Here are the answers. When simplifying fractions, you remember, for example, if I had 10 over 8, I can break this down to factors 2 times 5 over 2 times 4, and we can cancel the number that is the same in the numerator and the denominator. So I can cancel that 2 with that 2, because 2 divided by 2 is 1, and that leaves me with 5 over 4. Likewise, when we have letters, we can cancel the same letters if they're multiplied together. So, for example, k to the power of 3 over k to the power of 2, I can cancel k divided by k is 1, another k divided by k is 1, which leaves me just with 1k. Here I have k2 over k3, so I'm going to have 2 k's on the top, 3 on the bottom. So I can cancel 2 of each, which leaves me, this k is on the bottom of the fraction, which you need to show that it's on the bottom. So on the top, I need to put a 1 like that. Now we can also, a quicker way rather than drawing these out in expanded form, is you can look at the general rule at the bottom here. So I can subtract those powers when they're in a fraction. So k3, 3 minus 2 leaves me with k to the power of 1. If I have 2 minus 3, I get negative 1. K to the negative 1 is the same as k, 1 over k in the fraction. Let's try this one, 6 over 2. I can simplify that to 3 over 1. And I can cross out 3m at the top, 3, and I have, that would leave me with 2 m's on the bottom. So I have 3 and 2 m's on the bottom, or 3 over m squared. And this last one here, divide by 5. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. 20 divided by 5 is 4. Now, if I write this out, running out of room here, 3 p, q, 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 R over 4 P, Q, R. Now you can go ahead and cancel a P from the top and the bottom, a Q from the top and the bottom, and R from the top and the bottom. That's all I can cancel that match on the top and the bottom. So that leaves me with 3 P, Q to the power of 2 over 4 R to the power of 2 in my simplified form. Okay, this is your practice, and so pause the video and then check the answers on the next page. Here we have a power of a power. So in the brackets, I've got t to the power of 2, but all of that is again to the power of 3. So we multiply the powers, so that becomes t to the power of 6. Because I've got a t2 times a t to the power of 2 times another t to the power of 2. When you have a number also in the brackets, then you want to remember that that is to the power of 3. So that's going to be 3 times 3 times 3 times a to the power of 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27, a to the power of 6. Again, remember the inside the bracket is to the power, so this is going to be 16 e to the power of 2 over 10 ef squared. I can cancel one of my e squared, and I can simplify the fractions. That's going to be 8 over 5. Always simplify when you can. E and an f squared on the bottom. Square root is when you half the powers. So instead of x to the power of 4 square root, this is going to be x to the power of 2. Again, remember to square root the numbers as well as the letters here, the variables. Square root of 25 is 5, and I half the power. So there's the rule at the bottom, m times n. Practice on the next page. So pause the video and write your answers down. Check on the next page. Here are the answers. I hope that helped you, and you can now do the Education Perfect exercises. Thank you.